What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, on the heels of this past month's tragedy with the passing of Chadwick Boseman and the following outpouring of love, commemoration, and tribute for this profound actor, there was one sentiment that seemed to resonate everywhere: never recast T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman's representation of that Black Panther to be the only one in the MCU, much in the way people say that about Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. And the very obvious solution that presents itself is something that's happened in the comics before, passing the mantle of Black Panther down to his younger sister, Shuri. And while I can agree and get behind all of that, there's one fact that weighs heavy on my mind, and that's that Black Panther, specifically T'Challa, had some of the most important narrative arcs and pointed moments in the upcoming Marvel's Phase 5 through 8, especially if it's to culminate in Secret Wars. And the other two, oh, those are just the markings and the crossing overs of great teams like X-Men and the Avengers, and even the Illuminati and the Fantastic Four. Today, we're going to break down the three major things, possibly the most important events that would have taken place, two of which most definitely in the upcoming next Marvel saga that would have seen T'Challa leading the way on each of them. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill and our third and final Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So of course, there are some presumptions in this video that the next saga, whatever it may be called, mirroring the Infinity Saga for Marvel Studios, say Marvel's Phases 5 through 8, was going to touch on pointed moments from the comics. And since they've done that in the Infinity Saga, you have to assume they would have done that going forward. Now, the first super important thing to happen that T'Challa would have been at the forefront of and a major member of was a crossing over of all of the upcoming superhero teams that are going to fight alongside the Avengers in the formation of the Illuminati, which may have been and may still be the next title under New Avengers. Now, drawing directly from what happened in the comics, Iron Man representing the Avengers, Mr. Fantastic obviously representing the Fantastic Four, Namor from Atlantis, Black Bolt representing the Inhumans, Professor X from the X-Men, and Black Panther, of course, representing Wakanda, Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, all meet in Wakanda in the aftermath of the Kree-Skrull War that ravages Earth. Now, we all assume we're going to see some part of this in Secret Invasion in the upcoming Captain Marvel 2, which could lead directly into this formation of Illuminati and would be right on schedule for Avengers 5, or should we say the New Avengers, keeping par with the first Illuminati comic title. Now, of course, if they pass the mantle down to Shuri, she can take her place on the council and would go a long way in fixing the very obvious gender imbalance. But the important part of T'Challa, especially early in the story, is that he ends up being the first real voice of reason in the room, does not accept this meeting and says they shouldn't have this council in the first place because he predicts disaster whenever they disagree in a serious moment, which obviously is a piece of foretelling and necessary for that first meeting, as he can take a step back and see what's going to happen with this meeting of the minds if they're all trying to make decisions and if ever they don't agree on the path forward. And of course, Shuri can do this, but this is a major marker for T'Challa in showing his growth in leadership amongst the best of the best in the leaders among other groups. Now, the second huge thing that T'Challa would have ended up doing, so to speak, would have become the Tony Stark, the Iron Man, the Robert Downey Jr. of the upcoming saga, when he would be the one to take on God Emperor Doom in the culmination of Secret Wars. Now, are we getting ahead of ourselves? Maybe a little bit, but I'm going to link that Secret Wars teaser that I made at the end of this video. You can listen to the Russo brothers say that when they made Infinity War, they made it with the idea of Secret Wars in mind. Just watch the video, but after you listen to it, you're pretty sure they're coming back for that. And when they would, melding together the comics that they read back in the early 1980s with the storyline from 2015, it would culminate in God King Doom ruling over Battleworld, and it would be T'Challa who would wield the Infinity Gauntlet, leading an entire army of Marvel zombies to eventually defeat King Doom. Like I said, it would be the Tony Stark moment for T'Challa, a character stemming all the way back to the middle part of the Infinity Saga and finishing off this middle saga, depending on what they decide to call it and if they'll call it a saga at all. And I think it's also important to note at this point, as we enter into Phase 4 and the Multiverse of Madness, that this 2015 run heavily relied on the multiverse, the battle world. It sort of paired the Ultimates and the 616 universe, and you could have versions of these characters, including T'Challa, from an alternate, like say 1610 or 1616 universe somewhere out there, but that would just feel a little weird. It would essentially be a recast in and of itself, and if they're going to do that, then why not continue the main narrative that's already going through the MCU, as there's so much left for this character, this T'Challa, to do. Namely the third thing on the list, and that would have been a marriage to Storm and a pairing of two of the major characters from the Avengers as we know it, and then the X-Men. Now look, this isn't a have to happen in the upcoming saga, but it would have been an emotional crossover between two characters that are on two different teams, one that already means so much to us and one that is going to, and would have really helped flesh out the arcs for them on a personal level with their interaction between each other. We're not going to get to see that now, especially if they don't recast T'Challa, which, like I said in the prologue, I'm all for, especially considering there is recent comic book precedent for them to pass the mantle down to his younger sister Shuri. It's just going to preclude some of these major moments from the comics that were awesome from Black Panther, and some of which we definitely would have gotten to see over the upcoming years. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below about the marriage to Storm and or him facing off against God King Doom. And of course, they can have Illuminati without Black Panther, but as I mentioned, he has a very important role to play in the foretelling of what happens with that council in the very first meeting of the group, not to mention the fact that it takes place in Wakanda itself. Guys, let me know all your thoughts and feedback down in the comments, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 700,000 subscriber mark. Of course, we will switch over to the PlayStation 5, but with the delays to technology this year and the limits in pre-orders, we won't give those away until we have them in hand. In the meantime, if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill, in no way an action figure at over 30 inches tall. This is an immaculately sculpted museum quality piece, again from XM Studios, and our third and final Infinity Saga box set. These were limited in pre-order to 4,000, sold out immediately last year, and have absolutely skyrocketed in value on the secondary market. We already gave away 2 here at the channel earlier in the year. We're going to give away this third and final one at the channel during December, the holiday season, regardless of the subscriber count. If you want to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, the XM Studios Beta Ray Bill, or this Infinity Saga box set, or any of the future prizes here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button to make sure you're a subscriber, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on to keep up with the channel, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of the video, the same way we're doing here, and if you missed any of the previous winner announcements, no worries. All you have to do, scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement in the sub count in the title, click on that video, and scroll to the end. My name's Michael Roman, this is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around, we'll be posting again real soon.